Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Deadly Rooms of Death. And if you ask why I say it like that, I really don't know. So, we have the choice of three directions. Up, left, or right. And... yeah, we can't go down if you're hoping to go down. But, we're going to go right first because... you know, right is the right direction. The puns? The puns? No? Okay. We're going to begin this room with, a room. Yes, we're going to begin this room with the room. Okay. Basically, I don't really know how to explain it. Just, you have to hit the switch to open these doors because you have nowhere else to go. How you kill these guys, like I said earlier, they are afraid when one of their nearby comrades are dead. And also, we have the choice of going up or down. We cannot go down because we won't have anywhere to go because this trapdoor will drop and this door won't be opening. And the only way to actually get to these two switches, which open these two sets of doors, is getting this mimic potion, which means we have to go up. So we're going to actually let him die. He seems like he wants to be brave, but he didn't want to, actually. Huh. It's such a weird... these guys are weird sometimes. I really don't... what they decide to do is really weird. Now, be cautious when you're actually going to the corner roaches, because they are stuck by arrows, and if you stab into them, you're stuck. So just be precautious about what you do. So we're going to open these doors, sets of doors, and ignore those guys because we don't need to care about them. Except you like to be cared about. And we can go ahead and kill this other roach, which we scared back. And if you're worried about roaches getting in here, do not worry. When we cut across to the side, they'll just come through this tunnel, and then we can get to them later. So don't worry about any roaches actually getting stuck in there, basically. And so this is more of just the usual, right? We've just been killing roaches, killing more of the whatchamacallem, the things. Yeah, I don't know. So, now that we're actually getting to some heavy-duty puzzles, because, honestly, I think this level is really difficult for new players. I had trouble with it when I first started playing. So, this is actually... I'm going to just say this now, the up direction is the hardest direction to go. But we'll get to that in a second. So, because I like to do rooms twice, we're going to do it again. It's not really because I like to do them twice. It's literally, we're doing the same room, just a harder version of the room. Yes, this is the concept of this level. You're redoing a room, but it's going to get more and more difficult. Now, instead of this door opening these, it opens the sides. But that's not going to change a thing, really. If we try to kill this top one, we get killed by the bottom one. So we want to make sure we kill the top one, and then we can have them come back, because these guys are brave. Not really. It's also interesting to note that monsters can't walk on potions. I just never really got that. Well, I guess I get it, but it's just kind of funny to me. But, excuse me. So now we have to use these doors to open these pathways. You can go up or down. You pretty much have to go down due to the fact that this arrow forces you. You can't go backwards, so you have to go down first. You don't even have to open that top door if you never want to. That's how unimportant that door is. But I'm going to open it anyway. And it's the same... there we go. It's the same idea as the other room. If roaches get in there, it's no big deal. We can just get them back towards us. And so now we just kill them more as usual. Make sure that we can get them away from the pits because, well... yeah. Sorry for that long thought. I was trying to get those guys without having to chase them around the room. So, more of the usual. Nothing too big to say about this. And... that was a really weird and. And we just go this way. This way is a good direction. I like this way. Boom. And so we cleared this room. Okay. And now we go do it again. Yeah. Luckily, though, this is the last time. You only do each concept 3 times. You don't do it more than 3 times. So don't think you're going to be doing 20 of the same puzzle.
Starting to see a pattern here.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a pattern, too. So this one's actually kind of difficult. Due to the fact that, yeah. So if you notice what this thing is, it's actually not running away from me. That's because, if you remember what I said, each Wraithwing goes towards you as long as there's a Wraithwing by. It doesn't matter if it's stuck in a wall or not. So what we want to do here is try to keep these guys alive as long as possible. We also want to go down first because of the exit being up. You see how you can think about... This is kind of how you can be thinking about how to solve these rooms. We can't go right because once we go left to get the potion, which we'll obviously need to kill the thing, we cannot kill it. So we got to go this way. And remember, do not kill them if you can help it. If not, go ahead and kill them when you get the opportunity. So, seeing how these guys actually like to follow me, we'll just have them follow me. And we don't have to actually worry about him just quite yet. The reason being is because once we get over here... Sorry, I went down the wrong path. Once he gets to about right here, now he's going to be brave again because of that other little guy right there. Then this guy we can just trap on the potion, and we can kill the rest. And we left ourselves, of course, a path back to the exit. So it's quite an interesting room. And, you know, just kind of, it shows how you kind of have to kill those guys without failing to leave a path, I guess. And there's actually, this is actually a puzzle. How do you get out of here? You can see our pathways are blocked. We use this mimic to actually hit this door. That is a puzzle. I claim that to be a puzzle because I seriously, when I first this room was trying to exit back, I was like, how do you get through this? How do you go back? So it is dealable. For up is the hardest direction, so I'm going to go left. So we're going to begin our next series of rooms. And this one is a little different. The reason being is because, you notice all the doors are open. You just take heed of that as early. Take heed of that as like, just understand that these all are open. That's not going to be true later on. Let's go with that. Also, these eyes are, you can't go straight in. So this forces you, if you have somehow not learned corner jumping, this forces you to learn it. There's no other way around it. And you can kind of do this. You can kind of skip them. You don't have to kill them. I don't want to kill them. Just kidding, I actually do. But, we kind of have to sneak over here, kill these guys like so we have enough time to sneak through, and more kind of force corner jumping. Yeah, if you don't know how to do that yet, then I'm sorry. If you're wondering what this does, it does nothing. You actually do not need to worry about it. At all. It serves no importance. None at all. I kid you not. It's there for cosmetic purposes. Also, we're not going to want to close the doors. Don't even bother going for any of the switches. All the switches are practically, at this point, unimportant. They don't do anything. Just go back to killing all the... I was going to say roaches, but the eyes as you happen. And so now we clear this room, and we go left, and more of the same. And now if you notice, there's 2 doors closed. Yeah. So more force stuff. You know, having to kill eyes. Corner jump forced again. Seriously, if you cannot understand corner jumps, you are going to have trouble. If you notice, this switch actually opened this door, not this door. How in the world are we going to get to the switch? It's actually as simple as opening this thing and placing the mimic inside. Also, go to the entrance right here, and you will have enough pathway to essentially get to yourself right here to get the other one. I think you can... There might be another way to get it, but I don't know. Also, make sure you hit the switch before you actually go down. Just that, it might be a useful heed of advice. It might be really useful to know that. You actually do not need that mimic to help you, because you can just kind of run back in here. And now, figuring out what doors open, this door opens, and this switch opens. So, these 2 switches open these doors. If you even try to get to these other switches, you'll get stuck. You also do not need the mimic anymore. The mimic is completely useless to you from here on out. Just kidding. Shows how many times I've done this room. Not very much. I've actually, you kind of do need the mimic for a for the fact of being that once you go up this path, the trapdoor will close, and this is closed in, so you can't get through. So we're going to utilize our little corridor sides to manipulate ourselves without him being able to move. And we can do this in any other way we like. Like so. Move ourselves back, get him all the way over there, get him inside, and now we can kill these guys as per we have for the entire time. We're going to spin in circles because why not? Woo! Okay. But in all actuality, this is not any more difficult than the last, except for the fact that you have to really utilize the Mimic. And like I said, get used to the Mimics. They're pretty much in every level. You're gonna have to love them. You have to be friends with them. Yeah. Let's go hit that switch. Make sure all the doors are open, and we go to the last room. But basically, in this first game might seem kind of slow, but when we get to the second, third, and fourth, the story will finally start really kicking in, and we'll get a lot more elements. But for the most part, every element you see is pretty much every element you'll ever see in this game, except for the enemies. There's a huge amount of enemies we have not even met yet. A huge amount of enemies, and actually there's a new enemy on the next level. But I'll talk about that later.
Dugan had better pay me for each of these rooms.
Yeah, he better. Seriously. I am tired of doing all this work for no money. So, this one might seem like, okay, the last room we couldn't do without the door. Well, this time the arrow's actually pointing them backwards, so it's just kind of a little mean trick they do. Don't even try to enter here. It is just not happening. I mean, if you don't believe me... If you don't believe me yet, I'm sorry. Anyway, you do want to come and get this, whatchamacallit anyway. So we don't need the Mimic for up here because of how this is designed. We also don't need him anywhere else except in here. And why, you may ask, is because if you try to enter this room, these eyes won't be stoppable. You have to use the Mimic to actually even have a chance to get in those rooms, essentially. I don't know. Now we technically still need him, but for now, we don't actually need to worry about him as much. If you're wondering why I'm not killing these guys, because I don't want to yet. I mean, it's probably advised to kill them. You just don't have to. So, yeah. And it was pretty risky what I did over in the top corner. Don't ever do that. That's all I gotta say. And so now that how I've maneuvered myself is now that this guy can actually be useful in this room. And I think it's at this point where we don't need him to kill any more eyes. So now that we've gone through all this, we might as well kill more eyes because we don't want to worry about these guys later anyway. And we want to get him in there where he can hit that switch. He is stuck in there for now on, and that's where why you want him to kill this entry room before you actually get to finishing this. So we can ignore all these eyes if you really want to. You don't need to get them at this exact moment. Hit that last switch, kill these guys to their final finale. And we're going to go up and kind of maneuver ourselves to kill the rest. And make sure that Mimic doesn't keep that door closed. And once we got all this room, the Conquer token does not exist in this game, so they just left one little roach to die as the room clear. So that is the left side, which again is kind of simple, just like the right side. I think the right side is, now that I think about it, a little harder than this side. But the path, mostly because the path back on this one's really easy. But now we get to the top. I was debating doing this all in one part or splitting it. I'm going to do it all in one part because I really want to anyway. And because it's a short enough level to where, and it's kind of not really a good spot to stop. Actually, I'm just going to end it here because now that I think about it, yeah, I'll just end it here. So next time we'll continue the 6th level and go up. And the reason I am stopping is because there's a lot of explanation on the up direction. So, see you then.